Okay, this is Taylor White's Persuasive Speech. There is my audience. 1, 2, 3. Wave, guys. Hi. How are you? Okay. Spin you back around here. Oh, don't fall over. Okay. Okay. All right. So. Excuse me. Music education is one of the most important forms of education. There are multiple statistics that prove that students of music education have improved cognitive skills, improved memory, have better test-taking skills, all of these things. And what's happening right now is music education in the public school is under duress. Being a music education major at TCU, I've sort of been on the inside of what's going on in the public school music system. And what's happening is that one of the most important public school staples is being taken away from schools in different states. So, why does this matter to us? Many states, including California, are planning or have already taken music education out of their public school curriculum. And as soon-to-be parents, or already parents, this is a terrible way for Texas schools to go. And here's why. Cognitive skills. Music students always have a reputation for being the smart kids on campus. A recent study done by the Dana Foundation has shown that intensive musical instruction can lead to improved cognitive skills. This is a quote from that study. An interest in a performing art leads to a high state of motivation that produces the sustained attention necessary to improve in other domains of cognition. Students of music have been proven to take standardized tests better than any other students. In 2011, the all-Texas average SAT score was a 1462. The national average is a 1509. The Texas All-State Musicians average, which is a performing ensemble of musicians, high school musicians from all over the state, that average was an 1869. A sense of family and belonging. Being in a musical group means that you are a part of a very large and a lot of times dysfunctional family. There are very few other types of education that allow for this type of learning. One of which being a football team or any sort of sports team. A lot of these skills that become being a part of family include individual responsibility, group respect, personal trust, etc., and so on. This is a quote from a student from the Charter School for Art and Design in Chicago, Illinois. I've learned how to work with people and how to be inspired by people. Next we have creativity, which translates into the workforce. To shape a certain note or phrase, one has to be creative. So take jazz, for example. Jazz is mostly instantaneous composition. You can't compose music instantaneously without being creative, which translates into the workforce because right now we're moving into an era of thinking outside the box, of novelty and aesthetics. And you're not going to get that by taking math and science courses for your entire life. You have to have some sort of creative stimulation. This creativity translates to the outside world as well. Dan Pink, in his novel, Why Right-Brainers Will Rule the World, states this really well. His quote says, "We need to make sure we are preparing our kids for their future and not our past. What I see in businesses is a premium on novelty, nuance, and customization. That's what business is about today, and I fear that our schools are going exactly in the opposite direction. They are increasingly about routines, right answers, and standardization at precisely the moment that the economy is no longer about those things." Leadership. In organizations such as a marching band, there are multiple opportunities for students to become independent leaders. So in conclusion, we've got one of the most important aspects of education that we could ever possibly have. Students are more interested in music. They are being promoted to be creative. They are they're learning things that they can't learn anywhere else. And I want to leave you with another quote from Dan Pink. When he puts this into scientific terms, when he refers to the right side of the brain, he's referring to the part of the brain that's connected to emotion and feeling. And when he refers to the left side, it's focused towards logic and cognition. Here's that quote. Left brain style thinking used to be the driver and right brain style thinking the passenger. Now, our directed thinking is suddenly grabbing the wheel, stepping on the gas, and determining where we're going and how we'll get there. L-directed aptitudes, the sorts of things measured by the SAT and deployed by CPAs, are all still necessary. But they're no longer sufficient. Instead, the R-directed aptitudes, so often disdained and dismissed, artistry, empathy, taking the long view, pursuing the transcendent, will increasingly determine who soars and who stumbles. It's a dizzying but ultimately inspiring change. Thank you.